Hey YouTube, coming at you with the viewer submitted team. I was just checking if he's a member or not. Um, Mark, who is a 23-2400s legend last 3 season, said longtime viewer and frequent submitter. I was 2700, then dropped to 2300, trying to get CORVIKNIGHT to work until I finally created this team. Still struggling a lot due to the prevalence of Talonflame, which seems to be on 95% of teams. I don't feel it truly deserves its ranking and might actually be lower than top 10. Keep up the great work and be harsh. There's got to be a reason I tank so far with this Pokemon. Yeah, so you have basically a more or less balanced team. Like Malamar is weak to Fairy and CORVIKNIGHT will deal Fairy. Obviously, like a Mud Boy, like Swampert, Whiscash, Quagsire would be better. Just because you're like Malamar is just neutral against like Talonflame and neutral against like more Peko and stuff like that, right? So, yeah. So from that perspective, it's not as like cover your weaknesses, but it's more or less a balanced team. So let's take a look at the battles, see what's up here. Malamar and Talonflame. Yep. That happens a lot in this meta apparently. What a resurgence from Talonflame, eh? I guess it makes sense with all the grounds. Less water, more grounds. A couple fighters. Anyways, landing the foul play and catching what we hope is a fly or a brave bird on the CORVIKNIGHT. It is a fly, so nice catch. And they decide to get out into a zoom roll. Kind of an evenish matchup. You both have moves for each other. You're both neutral across the board here, right? So CORVIKNIGHT landing the first sky attack. And yeah, this is what I found with CORVIKNIGHT when I used it. It was just basically like 2 sky attacks pretty much takes out most things, but you don't have as much bulk as you think you do. Like these bubbles are really adding up. Again, you can take a move a lot of times, but getting off the sky attack and a zoom roll will get you another ice beam here. Like it probably doesn't take out, probably gets you to the red. And then gonna instant swap into Drapion. And yes, we don't have any moves, but just getting ahead on energy with the poison stings and now having crunches for their CORVIKNIGHT is pretty nice. Defense fall 2, which we love to see when we're throwing it anyways. We love to see it. So grabbing that last shield. Gonna commit the shield, hoping that a crunch having lowered their defense will take out from this range. Shadow Drapion hits decently hard, like a stab crunch. Shadow stab crunch does pretty well, and lower defense. And goodbye CORVIKNIGHT, or goodnight CORVIKNIGHT, whatever. Out it goes, and making the catch on your own CORVIKNIGHT, catching an ice beam here. So not that we even really need to, but nice catch. Yeah, Talonflame with not much left. Taking it out here and then taking out the zoom roll with Octail. So nice jump. Like you had 2 catches in that game, so nice catches. And spinning until we take him out. Okay. Quagsire. Kind of neutralish. Both like Quagsire's not a shadow here, so you don't really need to worry about any first move anyways. If they throw Mud Bomb Octail, I don't think you need to worry about the second. It's close. Like again, you'll probably live a second move, but you'll be in the red. Foul play, they can probably same thing on the other end. They'll live this move too. And here we go. Now it's just a race. And foul play does not outspam Aqua Tail here. But it does way more damage, right? Because the Psy Waves actually, yeah, right. What's the difference? The difference is Psy Wave versus Mudshot here. Mudshot does not really do much damage, but Psy Wave really adds up. So managed to take switch and managed to get a foul play, which is neutral on the jump off here. So we take that chip, and then just get CORVIKNIGHT on it because it resists everything here. And they give up into Dunsparce. And making another catch. Holy smokes. Catching the Rock Slide, which is nice. Now you're going to get outpaced here is the only problem. Oh, no. 10. Oh, yeah, 10 versus 9 if you want to. Because they only need 3 to get to the next one. So 10 versus 9. So want to get at least 1 crunch off. So it did shield up 1 move here. Knowing that you... Honestly, I'm surprised they're not fighting for this a little more. A little bad timing there, but just trying to get the move off. I'm surprised they're not fighting for this more, because the jump off is screwed against Corviknight. What are they doing? Every move is resisted here on Corviknight, so why are they trying to two-shield a Jumpluff? Okay, double resisted Energy Ball on the Steel Flying. Resisted Fairy Winds. Shielding up. Like, your opponent is dumb. No offense. Fine, your opponent's not dumb. The opponent just doesn't know what the hell they're doing. Yeah. Because, yeah. Steel Flying is just like the biggest wall to jump off. I think Aerial Ace is actually probably the better move, because at least Aerial Ace is single resisted, whereas Energy Ball is double resisted. Okay. Ariados, good lead, because you know what? And a nice catch right as they get to the lunge. Jesus, you kids like crazy. Holy smokes. Yeah, so you both get to the moves at the same time. 10 to a superpower, 10 to a lunge, and you're definitely going to lose CMP against an Ariados. And Bug would be double super effective against Malamar. So I think that is definitely worth the catch there. Unfortunately, this thing spams. I just showcased it of a team the other day. A viewer submitted team with Ariados the other day, and it definitely spams. So they are going to shield up your Aqua Tail. And holy crap. Okay. I'm impressed with all the catches. However, they're going to have an answer for this. Actually, I'm surprised they don't have a better answer for this. You're a Bug Poison. You probably should have an answer for Rock. I guess this is their answer for Rock. But you should probably have an answer for Rock and Flying if you are like a Talonflame. I guess, yeah. I guess you're covering more your Talonflame. Talonflame and Rock. So for Alligator makes sense. These catches are fantastic to watch, and if you're in the Play Pokemon Championships, you're going to get the friggin' on-screen showcase there. But the only... again, you did not get punished here, luckily. But catching too much could lead to some punishes. Like opponents just hard punishing you with the Pokemon. Unfortunately for them, they have a Pangoro in the back, so that is not going to help their case. Superpower lands. Now we're going to just spam this Aqua Tail. They're going to try and Karate Chop down. Yeah, they kind of have to. But it's not going to happen. So we'll take this out here. Oh, the Ariados still has 1 HP left. Okay. Yeah, I was going to say, but no energy. Okay. For Alligator. Gets to the Hydros the same time that you get to the Superpower. You'll live a Hydro, but it's going to put you pretty low. And just going to the Superpower. Now, if you stay in, you're going to get farmed down. So maybe you go Drapion right away. Yeah, so going Drapion right away. They'll still have a Hydro Cannon. And they're still going to be able to take you out. So you have to shield. So in a tricky situation here for Alligator. I mean, I don't love Pokemon that can kind of deal with all your whole team. For Alligator can kind of do that. But, I mean, you can combo it. Diggersby's tough, obviously resisting the poisons. Aqua Tail super effective, but just non-stab. And Diggersby's a tank, so it's going to take 3 Aqua Tails here to take out. Meanwhile, if they're at a Scorching Sands, this is going to one-shot. And this is somewhat tough because if you come Malamar, they just make Quick Attack you down. And Corviknight's going to be weak to fire. We're going to try and catch here. Jesus Christ. Yes, we are trying to catch, and we do, again, I don't think I've caught this much my entire season of GBL, and you did it in like 6 matches here. Unfortunately, Talonflame in the back. So, looking like a loss here. Not much you can do for Alligator. Diggersby. Talonflame with the alignment that they had is going to be just very tough to overcome. So just going to let this fly go and lose the matchup. Do we seriously just need to start hunting Talonflame now? Like, is that what the Open Great League has come to? Hunt Talonflame? So Malamar getting the foul play off. But again, we've seen this. That's 20, so they need at least one more to get to the next move. So we're going to have to throw here or catch. And again, the good news is you're less likely to be hard punished here, unless they have the Morpeko core, Talonflame Morpeko core. But they do not. Dunsparce is an evenish matchup. Right, because Talonflame is like one of the hardest answers to Corviknight outside of electric Pokemon. So, yeah, catching a move is less likely that you're going to get punished in the back. So getting to the Sky Attack. Iron Head is not going to take out here. Does grab a shield though. Yeah, this Pokemon's weird. I don't think I've maybe tried it one more time since, and I haven't used it. I do think you're right. I think it's overrated, and I think it's going to fall a bit. I think it's balanced, though. I do think if they gave Corviknight, like, Drill Peck or Brave Bird or something like that, like, I think it'd be too overpowered. So I think it's, like, kind of nicely balanced right now, but probably not as high as it should be on the leaderboard. Unlike it's ranked 6, right? Okay. They have Toxapex left, down a shield. Not going to have a good time. Holy freaking Talonflames. Okay, so we've seen this. Let's see us make a catch here. They shield the foul play, which now actually changes how you play this matchup, because now you can stay in and get to the foul play before they get to another move here. And then you have a decision to make. Like, do you just take the shield advantage once they shield and take you out here? Or do you try and keep switch? Opting to just let this go. They do flame charge boost. I'll get to the move here, and I throw to not try and take that incinerate damage. So take this out. Oh, does the incinerate damage register? Even so. Morpeko. So there's your Talonflame Morpeko core. I'm glad we're seeing this here. Good news is with your shield, you can take this out. Now, you do have Sand Attack, which is super effective, and you did take it to the red. Yeah, I actually don't mind. Oh, and they just Psychic Fangs, and now you catch a Psychic Fangs. Nice. But yeah, I actually don't mind letting that go, because Sand Attack will take that out, and they have a Typhlosion in the back, and getting to the Sky Attack. Hopefully it's enough to take out. Again, Sky Attack, not amazing move. Is enough. Typhlosion is so glassy and can not quite Sand Attack down, but do Poison Sting down. Gastrodon, they give up switch to Typhlosion, and the only reason you do that is because you got like an ABB style team, because Typhlosion's a weird safe swap. I'm guessing they have something else weak in the back to water, because this seems like a try and draw out like a Feraligatr and chip it with Thunder Punch, and then have something else like a fire in the back to roam free. But Gastrodon's not really a hard answer to that. Maybe it's just a weird team. I don't know. We'll see. Typhlosion is just a very weird safe swap. So when you see a weird safe swap like that, your alarm bell should be going off like, okay, what else do you have here? Now, this thing's got energy, and again with the catch, holy crap. The only thing is they may have a second fire, right? Yeah, there's your Talonflame, right? Again, you can't, yeah. So I guess trying to draw this out is not terrible, but again, the alarm bell should be going off in your head immediately. Like, that's a pretty easy read, and they're just going to farm down and come out with 2 moves here. Yeah, it's tough. So just going to let this go. So, as you lose this game, this is what you got to do differently on that one. And you stayed in for a bit. But if you're reading that, this is what I would do. If you're reading that line, which I just did, again, I don't watch these battles in advance. I just, obviously, you mean this off the cuff BS that you're spewing is not written down? No, I watch these battles live for the first time and react to them. But I can read that team very easy. Again, so you have again, the lead is kind of weird, because it's not like a direct answer to your fires. Like you'd probably want like a grass to answer to waters that you're trying to draw out there. But when you see Typhlosion as a safe swap, you immediately got to be thinking they've got like a double fire in the back, because there's no reason to use Typhlosion unless you got something else like a double fire in the back. So if that's the case, you initially need to be thinking like, okay, I got Corviknight in the back, which kills Gastrodon, but is going to have a tough time with the fires. So basically what I would have done is I would have just stayed in Malamar, and hopefully with like a one Psywave advantage, just try to flip it with superpowers and keep alignment. And then if you can keep alignment with the Malamar on the Typhlosion, you can get the Drapion on their Talonflame, and you can get the Corviknight on their Gastrodon. So it takes like a team read and thinking through like, this is potentially how I need to try and align. So speak about Corviknight. I mean, we have the numbers, so we know we outpace here. And as long as one Sky Attack does not take out, I don't think Sand Attack can take us down here. They just, whoa, that was actually way closer than I expected it to be. Just for an Iron Head. So getting off the superpower, they do use a shield, but they did farm like 4 claws, so this is going to start spamming some Hydros here on you. There's one. You get to the crunch. It'll be close whether this takes out. It does take out, so that's nice. Gastrodon comes in. Let's get the crunch. Again, it is kind of risky that you're right there. I saw you focus on your fast move timing, which will help you get to a move here. So let me just stop this for a second. I can see you're focusing on your timing, because if you time properly, like you did, you get to 2 moves, a crunch and an Aqua Tail. However, if we just back this up 10 seconds, as you can see on your trying to maximize this timing, you also run the risk that they are now just at a body slam and going to body slam you out here, right? So they only need 3 to a body slam, I think, right? Is it 3 or 2, 3? So now they can take you out here and take you out here. And so like, I think they could have taken you out if they threw a move, but they were so busy on maybe their timing too that they let you get a full crunch and a second move off. Maybe they just like thought committing to the farm down was the play here. But now they have to burn a shield because you did time properly. Corviknight's just going to resist every single one of these moves, so we don't really need to worry about anything here. Earth Power does chip, but they are basically drawing dead. And I think maybe the last one for Alligator, get a superpower and bail, because this will grab a shield, and then Drapion as a shadow with those Psywaves will be able, with shield advantage, to take switch here. So we're going to shield. We're going to throw the crunch probably immediately. We're going to try and take switch, and if they shield, I wouldn't be surprised if we shield back and just try and keep it. So also having the Aqua Tails is nice. Super effective move here. It is Clodsire and it's non-stab, so it's probably going to do like a third. Yeah, so you're going to need 3 of these. But, you know, being able to chip down to the red here is huge. They are farming up a ton, so they'll probably have a move and a half coming out here. Stone Edge does not take out, and they catch on the jump bluff, and then Corviknight is just going to make this thing top left. And if, I was going to say, they do top left, so we do still have one matchup for 50 seconds here. Bad lead. Not a bad lead. You could have played that lead out. Yes, it does have Fairy Wind, which would be super effective, but technically they're only grass flying. And got hit with an Azumarill, which is really tough. Gonna have to throw a bunch of crunches. Praying you can flip switch, because right now, if you don't flip switch, they may have you in the back here too. Which is why the video may be like 25 seconds, because we just may be hard countered here. Because you can't really come Malamar. I mean, you could, but you have no charge move to throw. but just gonna Psywave, commit to the Psywave down, or trying to catch a play rough, and do catch a play rough, but there's only 6 seconds left. So something's up with your, or they have a, oh, okay. What? Okay. I was like, this timing on this match does not make any sense for what is happening in the matchup. But then they go into just a wall there. They go back into the jump bluff for some reason into the Corviknight. I don't know why. Maybe it was a mistake, and then they just rage quit out of their mistake. Okay. So thanks for the submission. Yeah, like I said, I've used Corviknight right off the bat. I understand its strengths. Its strength is in its typing. Just being able to resist 10 things. And then Sand Attack being able to charge. But the thing is, like, Sand Attack's such a non-hard hitting move. And Sky Attack was nerfed, buffed, nerfed. It was nerfed, right? It was, I think, more damage but lower energy, like longer to get to, something like that. So I think it was a buff. It was a nerf overall. And 14 turns to get to a move that is not going to one-shot you anyways is not great when the Sand Attack does not do any real damage, right? So that's kind of the flaw of this Pokemon, but it just gets by based on its typing and bulk, which Skarmory has, but Skarmory got nerfed too, right? That's why Skarmory was a top 10 Pokemon for like seasons 1 through 5, and then when it got the Steel Wing buff, because it has so many good things going for it, typing and stat product, and it's just a moveset away. And same thing, they tried to like balance this with like a, they couldn't give it Drill Peck, they couldn't give it Brave Bird, they couldn't give it like a super crazy fast move, or else this thing would be broken. It would be everywhere. So they I think they balanced it kind of correctly, which makes it like a good Pokemon, but it's definitely beatable and not overpowering. Anyways, that's it. Thanks for the submission. Thanks for watching. I don't know when this is going up, so it's either Friday or Saturday. So have a good weekend, and I will see you guys in the next one.